down at Manx Gas talking with Ian Plenderleith, the man in charge, and it's been a fair bit of time since we last chatted, and I thought it was good to catch up. But I know, and I'll do this first, you've got a new priority customer care service. This is to sort of stop people falling off the edge, right? The ones that could end up with a massive big bill, they haven't done their checks and balances, and then you always hear the old stories about you're being cut off and that sort of thing. Okay, that's you're dealing with it. So how?
Well, it's a bit broader than that, actually, Paul. Right. I mean, as a utility company, and I've said this before, we provide a service right across the island to all different customer groups, and we're in a privileged position in that regard. Therefore, it's very, very important that we take care of our customers if they're having problems with paying the bills, but also if they find themselves in other vulnerable situations. Just dealing with the thing regarding bills, it's important to us that all of our customers know that they can come and speak to us if they have a problem with the bills, and we will help find a payment solution for them. So it's very, very important. If anybody has any problems, please contact us. We will help you with that. But this programme that we're running at the moment, the Vulnerable Customers Programme, is wider than that. First of all, it is helping us to identify those customers who may find themselves in difficulty, who may not be willing to come and speak to the company. But it's also those that may be suffering from ill health or distress in their families at some point in time that may be making them concerned about their bills or their interactions with the company as well. So whilst they may not be financially poor for a long period of time, they find themselves in a stress situation. And what we're doing is we're working with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's and other charities across the island to identify those customers who may find themselves in difficult situations, and then assisting them to communicate with the company. They may struggle on the phone, they may be hard of hearing, etc. How can we best communicate with you so you do not feel stressed in your interactions with Manx Gas? Okay,
but for a lot of people, the only interaction they're going to have with you is when they get a large bill over Christmas and New Year. And to be honest, I think we have a fairly mildish winter.
We have a mild winter, yeah.
Because that's when the shocks kick in some years, when we get a constant spate of very cold weather and the gas bills go up. So better weather, less hassle in general.
I think the bills in winter can often be quite large anyway, Paul. As I said earlier, the important thing, if anybody feels they have a problem with the bill, is to contact us and we will find a payment plan for you. We can spread your payments over a long period of time. But as I say, the purpose of the Priority Customer Scheme, the Vulnerable Customer Scheme, as I'm calling it, is to help those people who not only may have a problem with the bill paying, but may have any problem with interacting with customers.
Do they find you? You find them? How's it work?
No, we're going out there to find them. We've got a lady now in the organisation, a lady named Lisa Marie Bates, and her job is to go out there and deal with charities and social groups across the island to enable us to help find those customers who may find it difficult to have interactions with Manx Gas.
Okay, that's the positive side. Let's just now deal with everything else. It's all gone very quiet for some time now about where we're up to, and I don't know, you obviously do know, you're interacting with government fully? I mean,
yes, we're having discussions with the government. I've just had a discussion with somebody within the government this morning.
What can you tell us
next steps. We've received the proposal. I think that's been put out there into the public domain. There were 8 or 9 conclusions. And now we're liaising with the government to actually put forward our proposals to satisfy their conclusions. You will know if you read the report that we put into the GRRC. We put in a proposal for a new regulatory agreement for Manx Gas. Within that, we included a number of customer service standards. So we've been discussing what we can put into customer service standards, a guaranteed standards scheme. We believe we'll be the first utility company on the island to actually have standards where customers will receive a penalty should we not achieve the standards that we've set for ourselves. In addition, we're looking at the implementation of a social tariff, again for those customers who perhaps can't quite afford to pay the full tariff. That's the kind of thing we've been discussing with them. The wider issue, of course, of standing charge, which we know, and of course the rate of return that's allowed within any new regulatory agreement. So the full range of issues.
And what's happened, or is it? You're not going to say, are you?
No, we've only just started the discussions, Paul.
When's it likely to be in place then? When's your agreement going to be sorted?
I would expect a new agreement to be in place for the start of next year.
Convivial interaction going on? I mean,
of course, very professional.
But you're the monopoly. No, they can't go anywhere else, can they? So you have got the upper hand, surely.
I don't think that's the right way to look at it. I think, as I said at the beginning,
that's how the public might look at it, though. I'm
sure the public may look at it that, but that's certainly not the way we look at our business ourselves. It's for that exact reason, Paul, that said, I'm proposing a social tariff. Do we need to do that? Do any other utility companies on the island have customer service standards where they will pay if they don't achieve the standards that they achieve? No, we certainly don't see it as a monopoly company. It's important to us in the privileged position that we are, as our MUA, as in some ways our MT and others, those companies that provide useful service.
There's competition out there, and MUA is owned by the government. I mean, clearly, the one thing that potentially is a worry to you must be that a nationalisation or something like that could be thrown up as a... Oh, you're putting a funny face like you've never heard of it. I mean, you must have passed...
No, I would be surprised if that was the case, Paul, but...
No, but I'm trying to say that there's not much else they can go. They can't go anywhere else for the business, surely. I mean, you are the only player in town. This is not rocket science stuff.
We're talking about being a responsible organisation and a responsible utility company, and
so
that
were
is
you
what
not
we're trying to do.
in the past then?
No, I didn't say that.
No, but you say you're trying to be a responsible company.
No, that's a privilege, and that's an important point for you to do as a responsible utility company.
So, the future process down the line, will people see cheaper gas bills? Will the price be coming down, or will it be going up?
There are a number of factors that are well outside of my control in terms of the price of gas, as I'm sure as you well know, Paul. The price of gas, natural gas, LPG and LNG is controlled by global markets. So that's well outside of my control.
Where's the trend going? Upwards, presumably, right?
It's volatile. That's what I would say. Yes, it is. It's volatile.
And just to remind you, you can make 9.99% profit.
Nominal, yes.
Nominal, and that's likely to be keeping in the new agreement, whatever you agree. You still want to make that, obviously, don't you?
I think if we made a proposal to the government as part of the Gas Regulatory Review Committee, and we put in there the reasons and the rationale that we think, the things that should be included in any new regulatory agreement, and we'll look forward to discussing that with the government. What the rate of return will be, that's set by macroeconomic factors. Within any best practice regulatory regime, there are a number of factors that go into the building up of what's called the cost of capital. And we will use a professional process with best practice information, with up-to-date information, with information that's relevant to the Isle of Man in building up a cost of capital calculation.
How are you enjoying the job?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Because you're flying between all three islands, aren't you?
I am between all three islands, yes.
And I'm going to ask you, but how does the Isle of Man fare with the other two channels? I mean, they're different, completely, I understand.
Yes, they are. We have, this is the only island where we have a regulatory agreement. We don't have one on the other two.
And on the other islands, is it all just bored-in gas, or it's on pipe, is it?
No, it's LPG that's brought onto the islands, and then we produce a mixture of gas and air then to distribute through a network in the same way. But no, it's transported in on a ship.
Fair enough. Well, let's keep in touch. If people do want to contact you about your priority customer care, do they just ring the normal Manx Gas number and hit an option?
Absolutely. If any friend, relative thinks that there's somebody that they would like to see placed on the priority customer care notification, they should contact Manx Gas, and we will do our very best to assist them.